Hope you're having a good evening, as I am, listening to a little Eng. And I'm going to run you through the first bin here of this behemoth, much of which you can't see. My Tom Jones and Engelbert Humperdinck vinyl collection, Parrot and Beyond. Turn this down just a little. So, we'll start with Tom Jones because I just happen to have these in here first. So, start early in his career, and here is the version that everybody knows. It's not unusual. I only have it in stereo at this point. I still have the receipt in here. Apparently I purchased this at a Salvation Army in Roselle, Illinois. It's actually across the street from my parents' house. You could easily go and collect all the albums I'm going to show you right now. You could go on eBay, and for maybe 50 or 100 bucks, you could buy every single record in that bin. And you'd get them all instantly, you know. But what fun is that? This took me months and months because I didn't want to buy. Very little of it was bought outside of thrift stores or maybe the occasional record store. So, first album in the U.S. It's not unusual. I don't have any Tom Jones UK issues at this point. Only have stereo. Still working on mono. Here, of course, is the alternate cover. I'm very proud of this. I bought this on discography.com in the marketplace there, and I paid about $5 or $6 for it, which is absolutely highway robbery. It's in really, really good shape too. And I remember that the guy graded it at like good or some really low grade, and I got it. I mean, I'm looking at it now. It's just pristine. Move on to his next album, What's New, Pussycat. This also was issued in mono and stereo. I do not yet have the mono. I know without looking. Oh, the receipt is in here. Whenever I get a receipt, I stuff it inside the bag, between the record and the bag. There's not a receipt here because I know I bought more than one record that day. So I went one of the other ones. But I know I bought this at it was a Goodwill or a Salvation Army in Avon, Indiana. Paid 50 cents, something like that. It's a little beat up, but not that bad at all. And I generally take the attitude of, I'll take whatever condition they're in, unless it's really, really beat up, until I can acquire a better one. So, but since I'm a hoarder, I don't want to throw away the bad ones. A lot of doubles, which we're going to get to. Next up is my favorite Tom Jones album, which I have listened to exhaustively. Atomic Jones. I have stereo and mono for this one. I got one or both of these at Beverly Records in Chicago. I may have got them on the same day. I got a tip from a friend, CJ, who you can check out his own videos, which I'll link below, with a even more impressive selection of Tom Jones and Engelbert offerings. But him and I were chatting early on. He's actually the one that persuaded me to start collecting Tom Jones, and as at that point I had pretty much already collected all of Engelbert's stuff, I took the hint, and he's right. And I mean, I was already familiar with Tom Jones, everybody is, but anyways, long story short, he recommended this album to me early on, and so I gave it a listen, and I've listened to it millions of times. So next up, we've got The Green Green Grass of Home. I do have stereo and mono for this. I believe I also got both of these at Beverly Records, or at least one of them. But yeah, Engelbert only has his first two albums in stereo and mono. Tom's go beyond that, so I'm playing catch up. Now this I'm very proud of. I got this on eBay. This is a pretty rare, or very rare, alternate cover. I never see these come up. And I'll give you a hint, if you want to start collecting some in particular records on eBay, what you do is you get the eBay app and you do a saved search, and it will give you notifications every time there is new listings, and you organize it by newly listed. And every morning when I wake up, and when I'm in bed, or when I'm at the train station, sneeze one moment. Oh, is that bad? That's the worst. Anyways, and you can look, and there might be 1, there might be 10 Tom Jones and Engelbert, I mean, every hour of the day there's probably one new record. So, but anyways, this is still in the wrapper underneath the bag that you see here. Very proud of this one. I believe you could probably get this in stereo and mono also. So really, there might be a fourth I need. I know with this, I have stereo, and there's also a mono out there of this, which would be rare on top of rare. So, haven't located that one yet. Next up, we've got Funny Familiar Forgotten Feelings. Only have this one in stereo. After that, we've got Fever Zone. And I bought this from a really peculiar guy out in Ohio. This is the last album that's available in stereo and mono. There's a post-it note on here. I shot a video in this place. It's called something Ohio Record Museum. It was basically the guy's basically a hoarder, and has I don't even know, tens of thousands of records, and I got to dig through them, and I pulled quite a bit of Tom Jones and Engelbert out that day. We move on to, this is Tom Jones. And then I Who Have Nothing. This one's in really good shape, still in the wrapper. You get into Tom Jones, Close Up. I know I got this one out in Ohio. Here's the record that CJ starts his Tom Jones video with, which is Help Yourself. I think that may be his favorite. And it is a great album. My girlfriend has this, and not too long ago I was at her house working on my record blog, link below, and I just wanted to get something to put in the background as I was typing, and I threw this on, and I had listened to it before, but I had like a experience, really appreciated it in a new way. There we go. She's a Lady. It's also got a post-it note. Terry. I'm sorry, that's the fella's name. Terry's Record Museum. And then we've got... Let me just grab a few of these. The Body and Soul of Tom Jones. Tom Jones' Greatest Hits. This one I remember. I bought this at a store in just outside Grand Rapids, Michigan. And the name is eluding me at the moment. Tom Jones Live in Las Vegas. Tom Jones Live. This is available in stereo and mono also. I only have stereo. I did go out of order because I have the lives together in the bin here. Which leaves us with, well, a couple albums. There's Something About You Baby I Like. This is the second to last Parrot album, the last being Memories Don't Leave Like People Do, which I do not have. I found this at another store in Grand Rapids, and again the name's eluding me. I found this, and I was convinced I had some kind of an import because you see the back is blank, and I couldn't figure out, oh my god, what is this? I gotta get it, and I paid $1 or $2 for it. Come to find out, this is the inner sleeve of the album. It had a heavy cardboard inner sleeve, so I got half an album. The only other album you're not going to see here is Tom Jones Live at Caesar's Palace, double album. I do not have. Could I buy it on eBay for a couple bucks right now? 20 different copies? Of course. I refuse to do it because I'll find that in a thrift store, and I go to a couple thrift stores a month at least, if not one a week, a new one. And I'm going to find it. And it's been a while, but I got time.